Well, hello. This week in our weekly mastermind groups, we're continuing our study of the 15 invaluable laws of growth written by John Maxwell. And this past week, we studied the law of intentionality. This idea that growth doesn't just happen. It takes an intention on our part to bring about growth in our lives. And if we want to have growing businesses, we need to have growing lives. Now, we get that through most of life. We look around, we see a beautiful home or a beautiful building, and we recognize it didn't just happen by accident. It took the intentionality, it took the planning of someone. The problem with most of us is we have what we call growth gaps, and these are things that really get in the way of us being able to grow. They're things that are in our belief system that get in the way eventually of what we do. Because what we teach is basically this. What we do often flows from what we're feeling, and what we're feeling flows from what we're thinking, and what we're thinking flows from what we really believe. And so we have to recognize there are these gaps in our belief that get in the way and stand in the way of us actually growing. What are those gaps? The assumption gap. I assume that I will automatically grow. The knowledge gap. I don't know how to grow. The timing gap. It's not the right time to begin. The mistake gap. I'm afraid of making mistakes. The perfection gap. I have to be and find the best way before I start. The inspiration gap. I don't feel like I can do it. Don't feel like doing it. The comparison gap. Others are better than I am. The expectation gap. I thought it would be easier than this. These are beliefs that determine what we think, which determines what we feel, and ultimately impacts what we do. I want to challenge you this week on a little journey that I'm on. Create some yellow pad time, some time to get away. And as you're thinking about growth in your personal life, identify which of these gaps stands in the way of you beginning to initiate an action plan of growth in your life. Have a great week. Look forward to connecting with my mastermind groups on Monday and Friday. If that's something you'd be interested in, let me know. I'd be glad to get you participating in one of our weekly calls. Take care. Blessings.